Thank you for being here where we have the best talks with people in the industry, fashion industry, cybersecurity, to talk about business, as well as have diverse topics that we'll discuss here. The best talks really came about where I have learned a lot about various topics through the best talks. And this is the platform that I'm establishing so that we can put some spotlights on voices and put spotlights on individuals and their voices on various topics that fall in the category of fashion, business, cybersecurity, and other diverse topics. So today with me, I do have Blue, and Blue will give us a little bit of information about herself, as well as I'm going to engage her in some conversations about her journey as a model, and really with the focus of modeling is ageless, and that is an action word. So model is an action word when it's ageless. So either way you want to slice this, this is the way I would like to have this conversation with my dear friend, my modeling sister, Blue.
Hi, welcome everyone. In reference to the ageless and modeling, I've been doing this for the past 10 years consistently. I go by the name of Blue. My real name is Blue Feliu. I am a mother, a grandmother, a wife, a sister, and a friend. And I just turned 65, and that is ageless. Only when I had to go to Social Security and get my Medicaid card, which was very funny. However, I feel that ageless means you live your best life and make every minute work for you, as long as you have faith, understanding, courageousness, and you go for it. There should be no fear, regardless of your age. Height was another thing that kept me from wanting to pursue my career and my journey, because I'm only 5'3". And most of the times when they were looking for models, they were always supposed to be 5'7" or taller. Well, I beat that. I am 5'3", and I do love my modeling career. I love fashion. I love clothing. And I've been fortunate and blessed enough to walk in New York Fashion Week. I've been to Cabo Fashion Week. And I do quite a bit of fashion shows in the local area. I am an actress also, which was another stigma of ageless. You know, you have to be young, pretty, blonde, blue-eyed. Well, I am neither of those things. And I have accomplished a lot. I've been in 11 movies, and I've worked as a wardrobe stylist for some of those movies. And I'm very proud to say that nothing has kept me from my journey and moving forward in my career. I am a social worker by trade, and I love what I do, but now it's time to do me.
I love that. I love that. So, Blue, when did you get started with modeling? What age?
I was in my 50s. I never even thought about modeling. Coming from New York, I was surrounded by it, Broadway, movies, and all those things, but I never even thought about modeling. I met someone in Broadway doing wardrobe, and I was dressing them, and it just kind of clicked in my head that why am I dressing people when I could be dressed? And I just felt it all the time that I wanted to be pretty also, as I was making other people feel pretty. And I tried out for a local fashion show that was not known, not famous or anything, and they loved me. And it wasn't anything different about me, but my character. And when they said walk the runway, I walked the runway like I owned it. And
yes,
I was
you did. Yes, you do. I've seen it myself. I've been in shows. I've been in the audience just watching her. So this is,
yeah. So the thing is, 50, I'm 65 now. So I can say that I'm a seasoned model. I'm not a pro because every day is a learning experience. And there's still more for me to learn. So I am seasoned in the reference of 15 years in, and I'm hoping for another 15. Because we are talking about ageless. So if Dolly Parton could hit them notes at like 80-something, I can hit the runway at 80-something.
Yes, and there are a lot of models, icons that are on the runway, and they come back. They're icons.
Yes.
They actually just did a fashion show where they had icons on there, and they had a wide range of ages on the runway. So it was just amazing to even see it myself,
Right.
and then know that we're in the companies of these icons because being over 60. As a professional model, you've been published, correct?
Yes, I've been published in several magazines. I work with Prolific International Fashion Magazine now as a stylist. I think I've had 2 shoots with them professionally published. I was published with the Cabo Fashion Week magazine. I actually walked in Cabo, Mexico, which was really cool, and so I have been published. It's not something that I speak much about because of the fact that it's just another accolade, let's say. I enjoy what I do. And as long as people see me and understand that at any age you can do this, because it is ageless, all you have to have is the drive to do it and the passion for it. And I can say that I do have a passion for it. You can do it. There are no limits to what you can do except you be your own limit.
Yeah. So just thinking back when you started, how did you know what to do to kind of put your toe in and become that model that first time walking the runway? Did you have an agent or are you freelance? Matter of fact, that's the question. Are you freelance or are you with an agent or what?
Okay. I am definitely freelance because I feel that I have to make sure that I'm taking care of me. Because what happens when you do an agent, sometimes you get lost in the sauce, as they say, and they're only looking for a particular model. So with being freelance, I get to choose what I like to do, when I like to do it, and how I like to do it. So it's easier for me to not have an agent at this point. And for me, starting the first time, it was scary. So it was kind of scary. I was intimidated also because, as I stated, it's ageless. I think that I might have been one of the oldest on the runway. However, I just kind of, went with my gut. I believed that I can do it and I did it. And then after the first couple of shows, they came to me. And asked me how I did that and how I did that. I'm like, honey, let's do this together because I don't know, but it worked. And then there's always a point that after a couple of years, you get comfortable with who you are and what you're doing. And at that point, I could say that after 5 years in, I created my own thing.
My
own brand, my own thing. So I'm very well known when I get booked for a fashion show that if I don't do my lean, they get upset.
She's known for the lean, and you have one. I'm gonna pull one of your videos and even one of your photos where she is leaning, most likely to the right, and I'm like, how does she do that? And she has the crowd roaring. They don't expect it, and then she hit it.
Yes, in 6-inch heels, no less.
Yes,
6-inch. Because I could still walk in those. I don't have the orthopedic shoes yet. So I branded that, and then I also.
What is the brand?
The brand is Not That Kind of Grandma.
Not That Kind of Grandma.
And basically, that was given to me I'm not going to say a dream because I didn't dream it. I heard it from a higher power, and it was given to me. And I stuck with it simply because I am definitely not that kind of grandma. I roller skate, I trampoline. I'm ready to jump out of a plane, no less, pretty soon. And I created it because there's so many stigmas of a grandma sits down and rocks and knits and takes care of her grandchildren all day long. Well, no.
This kind.
I'm not this kind.
I'm trying to get it to show. Hold on. There we go. Oops. Let's see. I hope you guys can see it. Real quick. See if I can get it close. Wait. Let's see.
No, you gotta do it over there, I think.
I'll do it to here, but I will post a picture of this so you can see it. But it is a nice purse.
And we're taking orders. And I have
She's
t-shirts.
taking orders if you didn't hear that. I'll give a link or something to that nature and update the post with that information.
And basically I brand it because sometimes as a mother and as a grandparent, you are so involved in the children's lives and you forget about your own. And there are so many grandmothers that do so many things that are not acknowledged. And I wanted to do that. So I acknowledge all the grandmothers that ask for a schedule, make appointments, and I don't do sleepovers. I really don't at all, ever. So with that being said, I am definitely not that kind of grandma.
I wish I could end with that, but we got so much more to go. That was perfect. Yeah, so not that kind of grandma, and you built your brand. It was given to you. You now, anywhere that I've gone and have seen you from New York down to Florida, all the way up and down the coast, and probably now at Cabo, they know you as not that kind of grandma.
Not that kind of grandma.
With the lean.
With the lean. the leaning, not that kind of grandma.
Yes. Right. Yeah, so just going back, when you auditioned, if you can recall, did you have professional photos, a portfolio? What did you have when you walked in?
I had me and my courage and my belief that I can do it. I had no idea about a portfolio, having pictures professionally made or anything like that. So I walked in hoping that they would say yes. And even wearing all black, that is something that models do now when they go to an audition or they're doing a rehearsal. I had to learn that. And now I teach others that, that it's more professional to walk in all black than a pair of jeans and some tennis shoes and try to walk. So I kind of prepare whoever is going to an audition, whoever's asking for any insight. I try to do my best to share my knowledge, share my experience, and share my journey because I did not know it. But it's always good to encourage others to be just as good or just as prepared. No professional pictures, but then again, throughout the fashion shows that I did, there was always an amazing photographers. And then I started a collection of those photos. And now I can say I do have professional pictures and I do have a portfolio.
Perfect. Yeah, so that is one of the things that I thought it was just invaluable to share, that you don't have to be perfect to audition or to pursue your dreams. You can come your authentic, raw self. Mm-hmm. You will get some people that will help you along the way, that shares information and have those best talks with you to let you know what to do next and how for the next go around, what can you do to elevate your brand and elevate yourself as a model, professional model, and surround yourself with, people that want nothing more than just the best for you.
Correct.
So that's where, I just wanted to use this platform as a way to encourage people transition from being just dreamers and just not doing anything, saying you can't, you're limiting yourself, as Blue said, but doing things, pursue your dreams. So transitioning, taking this information, transition from being a dreamer to a dream catcher, someone that, need that sign. Here's your sign to do it. And then also those that are information seekers, that's just, curious about the information that we're sharing. I thought you gave some really good pointers. You actually definitely shined some light on not only just being a professional model, you leveraged being exposed to wardrobe as a stylist now. You also, because your journey as a model and also taking, probably professional acting classes, you also now coach.
I do coach. I just got, inducted. I went to an audition for a improv group and somebody said I was funny. I don't really find myself funny, but they... Okay, I
Yeah.
guess I'm funny.
Yeah.
So that I was actually going to not audition. I was in the building for something else. And some of the people that were auditioning recognized me from the community. Most of them were younger kids, and they call me Mama Blue in the community. So I went up to do something, and they saw me and they said, "Why are you here for the audition?" I'm like, "No." And they said, "Really?" And I'm like, "No." But they said, "You're funny." So I said, "Okay, let me give it a shot." Well, now I am part of the cast of the shitty improv group. Shitty, sketchy improv group. I got to get that name right. Shitty, sketchy improv group.
Okay.
And we're having our first show in December.
Awesome.
And it was just a fluke, and it's just off the cuff, top of your head. Somebody throws out a theme or something like that, and you wing it. And coming from a family of 16,
Wow.
I've won a lot of stuff. So it was very easy to kind of create a scenario, a scene. And the thing is, everybody has something in them. You just need to know and allow people to bring it out of you sometimes. Mm-hmm. Because some people see things in you that you don't see in yourself. So with that being said, I mean, the thing is, what is it that you want? What is your passion? First, you got to find your passion, because some of us think that our passion is acting, our passion is social work, and then you realize that that's really not your passion. So you have to tap into it, first of all. And it's not easy. It's a journey tapping in. But allow people to give you direction, allow people to comment, and criticism, constructive criticism is always good. Mm-hmm. Take what you can and dispose of the rest, and use it to grow, use it to strengthen you, use it to elevate. And I love that word, elevate, because the thing is that most of us don't have anybody elevating us. And if you can't look at yourself, who else is going to look at you? So first it's you, and then let somebody else elevate you. And don't take it as, oh my God, they said you're pretty, they like you. And then take it as a negative because you've never heard it. Accept it for what it is and run with it, because I've learned to do that.
Yeah. And something else that I just gaining myself through these best talks is how there's some similarities, some parallels with acting, improv, and modeling, because we have to, on the runway, embody a designer's vision for this piece, and we have to deliver that on the runway. Correct. When we're doing photo shoots, same thing. We improv on a regular basis.
Right.
We do it at work.
We do it at work. That's
we do it on, on the runway. We do it in photo shoots. And so would you say acting is an asset, a supplement, or can be treated separately?
No, it's definitely a supplement. Because as you said, it all intertwines. Mm-hmm. We are selling that outfit. We are walking that runway. We are giving something of ourselves that we don't have, but we create that vision. We create a character. Mm-hmm. If I'm wearing a sundress, I have to, and it could be snowing outside, I have to feel like it's hot and I'm on somebody's beach. So I have to sell that. So I have to create that image in my head in order to relay it to the consumers. Mm-hmm. If I'm shooting a film and I have to be a grandma, well, then I have to create that vision in my head, because personally, I don't see myself as that character. Mm-hmm. Just ageless. We're back to ageless. I don't feel like a grandma, so I won't act like a grandma. But I have to envision that and create that to make the director see what he sees. Mm. So, it is doable. It is possible. And I encourage anybody that, is wanting to take this journey of fashion, of movies or anything, do take classes. I was fortunate that I didn't start taking acting classes until after I started modeling and realized how important both of them were. I modeled first and then I started acting.
Okay. And actually, that's how I met Blue. Because I was actually a background extra for a video, a
Yes.
student video in Sarasota or something
Yeah,
like
we were
that.
at Ringling.
Yes, Wrigley, yes, we were. And we were, that's how I met Blue because that was my first actually background extra opportunity. And Blue on the dance floor instantly helped me right then and there. I said, what did they say? And what do we need to do? And she was actually so helpful on the dance floor. As actors, I had my wig. I actually had gray hair because we were seniors in an active community and we were having a party. So we had to act like grandmoms and grandfathers. And so that's how I met Blue. And then we crossed paths again as models.
Right.
And I was like, I know her. She's an actor. Wait, she's a model. She's a model too. So so acting and modeling plays a good hand in hand. It complements one another.
Right. Yeah. And I could say, I mean, you helped me in the reference to the modeling because you were a model before you became an actress. So I kind of observed and watched, you know, and I fed off of that. And I think our relationship has blossomed.
It has
a lot because we feed off of each other.
Right.
We all have that model energy. We all have that acting energy, and we have that encouraging energy. You know, we don't look at each other and try to compete because it's not a competition.
Not at all.
Not at all, you know. Only because the shoes don't fit me. I mean, I'm not happy that her shoes don't fit me, but she wears the wrong size.
I wear the wrong size, you know. And as petite models, because anything that is under 5'7", you're considered a petite model. They have titles and labels for a lot of different things. And so, like Blue was mentioning, there's opportunities that say, you know, you got to be 5'7", 5'8", 9, 10, you know, and up as a female. Sometimes you just need to submit because they haven't seen you.
Right.
They haven't seen Blue.
Right.
And so Blue showed them that she can deliver and emulate what they wanted on that runway.
Exactly.
For her to get not only just a callback, but now you're collaborating with them and doing some other stuff. So now she's in demand because she did not let that requirement of, you know, 5'7" and up get in the way of saying, okay, well, I see that. You will reject me if you don't want me, but I'm going to deliver.
Right, exactly.
So going forward is just do it.
Yeah, just do it. It's almost as if you're looking at a scholarship to go to college. And it says you need to write a 250-word essay. Oh, but you have to live in Kentucky. Well, you live in New York. And you're afraid to put that application in. Well, after you get over your fear, you submit the application and they select yours. And then you're wondering, how did I get picked? I don't live in Kentucky. But you made the effort and you tried it. And they saw something in your writing and your essay that said she doesn't need to live in Kentucky. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't need to be 5'7". I didn't need to be 110 pounds because I'm definitely not 110 pounds.
Me either.
You know, so the thing is, get over the fear and fight, and the journey will happen.
Yeah, and one of the things I found that we have been fortunate enough, blessed to find designers that sometimes even envision us and then create. And so, you know, we both have a mutual designer that's like that.
Yeah.
But I know you have quite a few that have vision. They visualize you and it's like, I'm going to make this outfit for Blue and she's going to rock it.
Right. And it's a good feeling to be requested, you know, because the thing is that sometimes we look at and we say that, you know, we're at a dry spell. But then when that creator comes in and that designer comes in and makes something just for you, lets you know that it wasn't the right time and the time is now. because she's created that. I've had several designers. I don't know if I can say names.
You can. That's fine.
Malone, is one. I just did a fashion show 2 weeks ago in Orlando, and she requested me. And she made the most incredible outfit. And it was like perfect for me. And she said, I saw you in it. I'm like, okay, cool. And, and like my pictures plastered on her website, and it's like, give yourself enough that when they do call for you or they make an outfit for you, make it as special as they feel. Make it as special as they feel, because they create, Jaka Saldana is another one. I mean, Jaka, she creates all kinds of stuff for me. She went on a trip and she went to New York and she was buying fabric for somebody. I send her some money and she's creating my dress. And it's like, I don't even know what it looks like, but she knows I love red. But the thing is that let them have their vision of what they see you as, because you see yourself as that outfit also once it's done. It's almost like a masterpiece. It's almost like clay. There's a saying that says you're on the potter's wheel. And there's a ball of clay, and you let the potter create you. And the wheel is going around and the clay is getting soft. But at the end, there's this beautiful vase or this beautiful creation that you've allowed somebody to take over. And that's basically the modeling, the acting, the friendship, the mother, the sister, the grandmother world, because you allowed the creation to happen.
I love that. That's like poetic. That's perfect, because that's exactly it. And you would hear models as classified as hangers. We are a blank canvas, and also now thinking at it as we're clay and we're on a wheel being created, and let the creators create.
Right.
And so, and respecting and appreciating the talent and the time and the effort, just everything that they put their heart and soul
Yes, they do.
into these garments and accessories that we model for them. And like you said, you're on websites.
Yes.
And speaking of websites, most of the time this probably another topic for another day, but there are opportunities where you can get paid.
Yes.
And so, but it takes time to get there. Sometimes it doesn't happen overnight.
No.
And it takes, time. Let's talk about that a little bit.
It takes time and it takes patience. There are several events that I've attended that was not paid. I was a little bit disappointed because everybody assumes that because you are a model, you do get paid and you're running the big bucks. That's not accurate. You're getting experience, you're getting wisdom, you're getting what you need to put in that folder for when the money comes. But on being paid, sometimes it's not monetary. Sometimes it's growth. Sometimes it's knowledge. Sometimes it's an outfit, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with it. And wear it to another party. So the thing is not going in with the concept that every single time you're going to get paid, because even in the acting, you don't get paid. As an extra, sometimes you don't get paid, but they remember you. And that's basically what has to be left on the floor, on the screen or whatever. Give an impression where you're going to be remembered, and it'll come because it's come for me. I've had to be patient, and, sometimes it's not as much as I would like it to be, but they remember my face, they remember my voice, and they'll call me back. And when the opportunity comes to get paid the real money, they'll pay it because they know they can depend on me.
You built a reputation. You built your brand.
Right.
Yeah, you made your mark, which is awesome. So as we're wrapping up, what are some tips, lessons learned? I know you've been echoing quite a bit of some really good nuggets of information. But if we was to summarize it, if someone just want to fast to this, this portion of the video of this post, if you can give them some pointers, some lessons learned, use this time to talk about that.
What I would say is, if you feel it and you're passionate about it, don't give up on the first no. Don't give up on the second no. The third time is a charm. And continue the journey. Believe in yourself and know that it's possible. Ageless, sizeless, heightless, weightless, not that kind of grandma.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and if we would have planned this properly, I suppose I have had my T-shirt on. So I am going to maybe try to make a makeshift version of it some kind of way. If I don't get into any branding infringement issues, getting the authorization in advance.
Right.
But yeah, I just truly appreciate the transparency, the honesty, the forthrightness with sharing information. Sometimes people keep information in and will not share it.
Right.
And so we're here to learn from each other. We're here to elevate each other, lift each other, spread the network, making our network work. Because let's say, now you're seeing Blue and hey, you may cross paths with her. She may be on somebody, billboard, or, she has been in New York. She's taking photos in New York. So she might be on a screen somewhere if you got to look up sometimes or look in a magazine or some sort of nature. But the point is, this is a platform. So, you now know Blue and she has a rich resume in various areas as a model, 15 years, as an actor, probably 10 years or something to that nature, as a sister, as a mother, as a wife, as a grandma, not that kind of grandma, just, as a social worker, and being here, we're here in Florida, as a Florida resident, you have a person that you can, connect with or network with. And if you're a photographer or designer or your production that needs a model, Blue is here. And she does travel. She's told me many, many times.
Yes.
As long as you let her know in advance so that she can prepare to make her way, because she and I have both been in New York together. Surprisingly, we crossed paths. We're like, hey. So you may see Blue on the runway. You may see her walking the streets as in, trying to get to her castings or her opportunities, or maybe on Broadway as an actor.
Ooh, wouldn't that be nice?
But needless to say, this is a platform to connect people together, having the best talks, sharing information, transitioning dreamers to dream catchers, lifting people up so that they can have the information that they need and have the information available. Besides Googling everything, you can come here and connect with people and get information.
Yes.
Is there any other last tips or pointers? I definitely want to know what's on the horizon for you.
What's on the horizon for me? November 4th, I will be in Orlando walking for 6 designers.
Ooh.
And yes, that I'm amazed. Malone's going to be there making my outfit once again. And December, I will be going to, I'll be going to Jamaica. On a casting. I got invited, so we shall see. And I sit and I listen, and wherever the journey is going to take me, I am open, I'm willing, and I believe I can do it.
Just a quick question. Maybe think about an invite that you got for this opportunity in Jamaica. How do you find opportunities?
It's very funny that you ask, how do I find opportunities? Because opportunities find me. And people know me for many years in the community involvement. And it's just saying Blue, not that kind of grandma, and them recognizing that as a person who has true character, is committed, and is believable. So the opportunities do come to me. I may look at 1 or 2 castings, but I really don't look a lot for castings. Castings find me because of word of mouth.
That's great. And that, to me, like anything else, like a referral, word of mouth is the best marketing tool and ways to get, your foot in the door.
Right.
That says a lot about what you've done for yourself as a professional, being resourceful, reliable, consistent, and building a brand that people can depend upon. They know what they're going to get when they select Blue.
Exactly.
That's good. That's good. But thank you for being here, spending your time with me, and being part of my humble beginnings with the Best Talks. And I really appreciate you taking out the time to do this, and also just sharing so much of yourself, as I know you did with me. And just, we have grown, and I just admire your journey. And I'm like, oh man, you're just doing it up. And you do have a lot of supporters, one of them as well.
I appreciate that.
And when we do see castings, I do hunt for castings. I do get referrals too, but I made for myself as well. But when I do find things, or if I see things, I do throw them to Blue, so that maybe she can consider it, because she's always communicated that she's willing to travel, and she's ready to be airborne, bus, train, however, boat, to get there. Have you been on a show? Have you done any cast of a show on a cruise yet?
No, well, no, I haven't done that as of yet. I was invited to go to Spain and work on a cruise ship for wardrobe, but I'm a social worker, so I couldn't get off.
Yeah.
However, when we say ageless, 65 is a good number for retiring. So I will, or possibly, be retiring social work and living my journey.
There you go.
And I can go on a cruise ship. I can go on castings. I can do the things that need to be done, but cruise ships, I have dressed a lot of the actors that are on cruise ships now, prior to them getting on cruise ships.
Wow.
So
very nice. Yeah. Very nice. So, Blue, let us know how to reach you on social media.
Okay. On social media, you can find me on Facebook under Blue Feliu. And then on Instagram is at Blue Feliu. And then also you can find me at Instagram, Not That Kind of Grandma.
I love it. I was waiting for that. I was like, I cannot believe she hasn't said that word yet. But I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. And again, thank you, Blue, for spending time with me, and spending time with everyone that's listening and watching. Reach out to Blue. I will definitely have her contact information on the video once post-production, and the posts that I will put on social media. And that will be on at The Best Talks on Instagram. And I will be launching a YouTube channel later. I want to get some content. So you will see Blue again, because she has a wealth of knowledge. I think there's some other topics that I would love to speak with you on, and we can do that virtually or in person.
Sure. We could do it in Spanish and in English.
There we go. Oh, one last thing. She's bilingual.
Bilingual?
Yes.
Yes, I am. I speak fluent Spanish, read it and write it. My mother was from Puerto Rico, Ponce. And in reference to looking at the facial one more time, most people think I'm just African American. Pero yo soy Boricua. I am what you call a New Yorican. So I was born in New York, but my mother's Puerto Rican, and I don't limit myself either in that area. I can do it in Spanish, or I can do it in English. I can lean in both languages.
She leans
in both languages.
On the runway in both languages. So that is Blue. Thank you again.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
And this keep in contact with Best Talks.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.